Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated. And for those of you that haven't subscribed yet, only takes a second, and it'll be much appreciated. Thank you. That's about as grovelly as I get, by the way. What I want to talk to you about today is setting up a Facebook group to actually make money, to sell more books. Is it worth it? Should you do it? Well, let's talk about that. I set up a group, and it was for cyclists, and it was for people like me who struggled a little bit, or struggled quite a lot, with bicycle touring. And I wrote a book shortly after I set up the group. And, you know, it's been very successful, but I've not been advertising it in the group. Now, you may think that's kind of bizarre. You know, why would you set up a group and not promote your own product? Well, for me, setting up the group wasn't about me. It was about other people like me, other people who had a yearning, an urge, you know, a want to actually get out there on their bikes and travel, but hadn't done it before, didn't know what to do. People needed encouragement. I needed encouragement to start, because I wanted to go out on a bicycle ride, which actually took me 16 months to complete. I covered 12 countries in that time, and between Cheshire in England and Ao Nang in southern Thailand. And I did a bit of a hop, skip and a jump through a couple, like I was in India, I did some island hopping. Yeah, I was also doing it for a local charity, for children's charity. That was based in the northwest of England and Wales, and North Wales. And it was for children with life-limiting illnesses. So I covered all my own costs, I used all my own savings, and any money that went to the charity went to the charity. I had no sponsorship. So, but I felt good for doing that. I didn't scrounge my way around. I didn't beg and borrow. I didn't knock on people's doors. I didn't ask if I could stay the night. I didn't ask for food. I covered everything myself. And I spent a bloody fortune. You know, so maybe I should do the begging bowl bit next. But no, I had a wonderful time. But I wanted to help others in my situation and share my experiences. But I wanted other people that were more experienced to share their experiences with novices and beginners. That's why I set up the group. I don't post anything. I don't, you know, I don't even get tempted to stick a post up with my book in it. And yet there's 55,100 members as of now. And it's growing by, on average, about 2,000 a week at the moment. So between 8 and 10,000 a month. So by the end of the year, at this rate, it'll have reached 100,000 members, which is a good-sized group. And there's a lot of money to be made with a good-sized group. I know that. But like I say, this wasn't about that. But if it was about that, if it was about making money, yeah, that's definitely the way to go. So I'm in the process now of creating a couple of different groups for different books and different genres. So we'll see how that goes. But I've got enough experience now from creating a successful group, which, you know, gets talked about, gets shared, people like it, and there's great moderation. There's good friends who have moderated the group and are still moderating the group, and they're getting rid of all the spam, and we all are. We're all, every time we go online, we get on there and we're sort of rooting out all the crap, because that will destroy your group. And let me give you an example. Right, now here's the group. Now, I'm not hiding, I'm not being shy from anything, but you can see my name is on it. You can see also, if I can zoom in a little bit, that there's 55,100 members. If I click the About button, It says here 55,100 group created on February 5, 2018. So it was early in 2018. This week it's dropped down to 1,741 new members, which is fabulous. You know, it's still fabulous, and it'll probably go back up again shortly. We have our rules. One of those rules is no advertising, and that includes us, moderators, admins, whoever, you know, that includes us. We can't advertise. So I can't advertise. So I don't advertise. Now, yeah, sure, my book's been mentioned early on, when the group was much, much smaller, by a couple of people. And who knows, it might get mentioned again in the future, in a post. At the same time, because my name is on the group, people sort of search me out, hunt me down, look for a bicycle touring book. Yeah, so I'm still selling plenty of books. Here we have the participant request today, but that's not what it is. That's just now. So we've got, it's like I say, there's 6 of us that are going over and over and over, checking for this and approving or declining members. And this is something you need to stay on top of. You need to have this rule. You can't just have it open for everyone, because that's when your head will start spinning. You'll have all kinds of problems. You'll have nothing but spam, and you won't have dedicated group members who want to learn, who want to share their own experiences. You won't have any of that. You have to look after your members. That's key. Let's look at this guy here now. He's waiting for approval. MB Razzle. Now, submitted a post. Now look at this. It's spam. Today I received my new t-shirt. Afterwards, I posted it on my timeline, but no one responded. I expect people will like my t-shirt on this group. Now, the amount of people that have said exactly the same thing from all these fake accounts, it's not this person doesn't exist. There's somebody else creating these accounts because it's the same wording. So what I do is I go to here and I block him. Let's have a look at this one. Hasn't answered any questions. I mean, look at this. It's constant spam. So again, block. Now, the bigger your group gets, the worse it is for spam. And this is what we're up against. And this is what you'll be up against. But if you set out to create a group with the intentions of turning it into a business, it's worth it. It really is worth it. So let's have a look at this one. That's not so bad, but hasn't answered any questions, so I'll decline it. So as you can see, if you can build up a lot of members like that, yeah, you could actually make a fortune, an absolute fortune. But like I say, the bigger you get, the more spam you're going to get. And it's a matter of keeping right on top of that, because the more spam you get that gets through, you're going to lose members. We have great moderators and who are experienced as well in the subject. So that helps too. And, you know, everybody does this for free. So, you know, we all enjoy doing this, mostly, I think. I hope. I have to send some emails. As soon as you create a group, whether it's about your book, it might be about the genre of your book. You know, if it's just about your book, the chances are your group's going nowhere. And if all you're doing is putting posts up about your book, your group's going nowhere. Again. So your group has to be about a certain subject, a certain genre, a certain idea, you know, that people love, enjoy, participate in. It has to be something popular. Now, there's a million groups out there. Well, I don't know if there's a million, but there's a lot of groups out there, and a lot of groups just fall by the wayside. People give up. The people who started the groups have got tired, bored, no longer doing what it was they were doing, and they just leave the groups to rot away, basically. I would recommend going private, as a private group, because that way, you know, people don't just get to look at everything and comment in everything. And I would make sure it was restricted by questions to answer before they can post and before they can become members. Then you have to push the group. You have to push it on all your social media. Tell your friends, get everybody on board. And now I don't recommend Facebook ads. I've never had any success with Facebook ads, not even when I had a supplement company. No, I've never really been successful. And I think, you know, starting out and giving it a push that way could end up costing you some money. But yeah, creating a Facebook group about the genre, about the subject, about whatever that people get excited about or, you know, are flocking to in droves. And don't make the group about you. Make the group about the members. And that's it.